love, trance, and prosper. Hi, I'm Professor Brian David Phillips, and welcome to Smith's Grove, another exciting Ghostbusters Really, Really International adventure with your favorite Ghostmaster, Kevin Dilmore. Take it away, Kevin.
Hello, everyone. Hang on just a second. I'm making a note. I'm changing this up as we speak. My name is Kevin, and I am once again leading our intrepid group in another round of Ghostbusters International. The theme tonight, the adventure, for want of a better title, is Welcome to Smith's Grove. Would the players like to introduce themselves? We can go. I'll go by my list. Larry.
Why, hey, I'm Brian David Phillips, and I'll be playing everyone's favorite character, Larry L. Lawrence. I am a Ghostbuster extraordinary. I used to be a very, very popular radio personality, and then something horrible happened. I went to Cuba with a friend, and she got killed by a ghost, and so I have all sorts of issues now. So I'm going to hunt those ghosts down and do terrible things to them. Terrible.
Very ambitious. Very ambitious. Tori.
Tori, this is me. I'm Tori. I'm from Nuff's Head, Maine, and that guy is a liar.
No, that's perfectly okay. He pointed at Kevin.
Yes,
I
am
noticed that
a liar. Dr. Trapper.
I'm Dr. Trapper, and I am a Ghostbuster, and we're going to be busting some ghosts today.
Ross Smooter.
I am Ross Smooter. My puppet master is Paul Conlon. I, Ross Smooter, however, am now a Ghostbuster. I used to be treasurer for my local bowling league. Now I'm financial consultant and Ghostbuster here in this corner of the world.
Hey, Lucian's here. I think my function is infuse some sanity in this group because some of them seems to be quite brainless.
Emotionally unbalanced, you might say. I would have to concur.
Or just jump to conclusion a bit too quick.
Well, we've been doing that together for 40 years. Darius Park.
Hi, I'm Darius Park. I'm very intelligent, very intellectual. I'm here to study ancient worlds and, hey, maybe to meet somebody too.
Are you? And she can, and once you meet her, she can fix you a sandwich.
I've got sandwich makings in this round, Darius. So
Oh, cool.
I hope you brought your appetite. All right, you guys are assembled. It is 3:30 in the afternoon on Friday, October 27th, 2023. Don't question it. It's just the only thing that would make the math work. The phone rings. Who's going to answer it?
Kevin?
I will.
Okay.
I'll answer. Hello,
Hello?
Ghostbusters International. This is Ross.
Ross, hello. My
Hey.
my name is Dr. David Loomis. I'm a psychiatrist at Smith's Grove Sanitarium in Parsons, Kansas. And
Parsons, Kansas?
in Parsons, Kansas. And
Parsons, Kansas?
Parsons, Kansas, yes.
Parsons, Kansas?
Is there someone else I could talk to?
He has
can I
a
help you?
hearing problem.
How can I help you, Dr. Loomis?
Yeah,
I didn't know
he
if
hasn't
you could put your
been
mom or dad on the phone.
he hasn't
You
been
can
fully
see he's
assimilated by
wearing a
the
hearing
Borg.
aid.
Okay.
The Borg is
How
after
can I
him.
help you, Dr. Lewis?
We have a ghost
Loomis.
problem at the sanitarium. It's a problem that I thought we would not have to deal with, but we do. I'm afraid that the situation, if we do not resolve it quickly, could reach catastrophic problems. Um, this is a sensitive issue with patients we have in the sanitarium. So I would ask for at least a modicum of discretion. When until I can.
You can rely on us for discretion. Now, a sanitarium, that's that place where they dump crazy people, isn't it?
Well, we don't have people dumped here. We provide treatment and rather successfully. To be honest, we're getting close to having to close the sanitarium after more than 170 years. But I can give you some more information about that when you arrive. Is
All right,
this
and
something
what exactly?
could you join us today? What I'd prefer is that we have a staff rotation around 6 o'clock when many of our staff members go home for the evening. Would let you walk around a little bit more unencumbered. Our patients are settling in for the evening by then. Would you mind coming around 6?
Let's see, it's 3:30 now, and you said you were where?
Well,
Carson, Kansas?
it's about 45 minutes south of where you are located in Wichita.
Oh, we're in Wichita.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're in Wichita.
Oh, okay. Sure, we can get there around 6.
That sounds terrific. I will look forward to your help. Thank you.
I will gather the crew, and we will crew on over there.
That sounds terrific. Before you go, let's make sure you've got the right stuff that you need loaded up.
Dr. Loomis, I'm sure we're going to bring the right stuff.
Whoa,
Oh, I'm sure that they are.
So you know exactly what we have.
Dr. Loomis, you don't have to worry about us bringing the right stuff.
Well, no, Dr. Loomis is hung up. This is now
I thought I
Dr.
was on the phone,
Stan's
sorry.
addressing the
So,
group.
so Dr. Loomis was hung.
That
Well, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. I guess I don't know what kind of investigation you want to conduct, Larry. Can I get you guys to roll for initiative?
To pick the equipment? I thought we picked it last time.
You want
Yes,
us to roll which kind? A 10 or a
The
20?
20. Roll your 20.
I rolled my 20, and I'm awesome.
Go eat.
I think I'm awesomer.
no.
So I have. Oops, hang on.
Ross.
So I've got Smooter at
Tori.
an 18, and then Tori, and then Larry. Right?
Yeah.
Larry's at 12, right?
Yeah,
And
and then
then
Trapper and
Trapper and
Darius.
Darius and Luthien. I don't see your. Oh yeah, I do. Ooh, I do see your die roll. That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
That's okay. So, okay, Ross, you're going to pick first. What items do you want to take? Because those certainly will be in the car.
Let me bring up the, what do you call it, the equipment list here. I
Yeah.
definitely want a pack.
Okay,
Which
Lorraine,
kind?
I gave you a
Proton
copy
pack.
of the list.
Which I'm
I
sorry,
want a
Paul.
proton pack.
Okay,
Proton pack.
right.
I'd like to get a ghost trap.
Okay.
Ooh, you've added a couple of interesting things to the bottom here.
I have.
Yeah. Wow. Can we get like more than one of those? Yeah. I would love to have chemical flares.
Okay.
Okay, there's 3 packs.
Yeah. Okay. Tori, what do you want to carry?
Well, exo goggles, ghost trap, and I think I shall stick with the proton pack.
Okay.
Common and plain, but effective.
No, that's all right. Larry?
Proton pack, ghost trap, and man, I'm real curious about those flares, but I'm going to go with ectoglock goggles.
Okay.
Somebody remember a PKE meter? Somebody, not me.
Apple.
Proton pack, trap, ghost trap, and my drone.
Okay. Darius.
Proton pistol, PKE taser, gas mask, medical kit.
Okay. Luthen?
Hmm. The new stuff, I don't think we can use them, right?
Chemical flares and gas masks? Sure.
I mean, it's all I want to do is if I know what you're carrying, then that stuff's definitely in the car, and then you can decide what else you want to put in the car. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. Proton packs. That should be enough for everyone, right? Hmm?
Yes.
I'll carry one. And then goggles. Do we still have goggles?
There are
Yes.
2 goggles left.
Okay, I'll have extra goggles.
Okay.
Nobody bring a traps?
What are you talking about?
Brought
You've got 4 traps among the players so far.
Oh, okay, they brought the traps. Okay. Then I
You
will
will have a portable containment.
Yeah.
So pack goggles
And,
and what else?
A PKE meter.
Okay.
I got one already.
You want the CUD meter. Maybe the
Okay,
CUD
I'll
meter.
have the cut meter. Okay, the cut meter. So
Okay.
we'll have that. Okay.
All right. So do you
Is the
want
pistol taken? We can take all the pistol.
a pistol is taken. There are 2 others.
Oh, I'll take the pistol. It doesn't count against us, right?
It doesn't.
Yes.
So you want a pack and a pistol?
Yeah. Okay. Hang over to one of the staff if we
Sure.
need to
Sure.
when we get there.
Okay. Anything else on the list that you would like to load?
You mean for the car?
Yes.
Polarity
Medkit?
rectification tripods.
Okay.
A
You're
set
gonna
of
take
that.
one set.
And a
We got a medical
The
kit
slime
yet?
blower. Oh, we need a slime blower in the car just in case.
Darius is carrying a med kit.
Yeah, I think we should bring that spectral protocapacitor also.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think game theory says that if the
I got a
dungeon
medical
master
kit.
had gas mask, you should bring them.
Yeah.
It's really small. We can bring 6 of them. just in case.
I would
Yeah.
like to have extra traps in the car as well. We got always extra traps. We also have a portable containment unit.
Yeah.
The 170 years worth of crazy people. You never know how many ghosts there are.
Hey, Kevin,
Yes.
Yes.
on the chemical flares, if each of us just take one single chemical flare, would that count as an item?
So not a pack. Break
Yeah,
the
just
pack
one.
up into like individual ones.
Right.
Because that's
I
smaller than a
will let-
pistol.
I will let each of you carry a flare without an encumbrance point.
Okay.
I will add a flare to my pack of flares.
There's
So you've got
there's 6 in a pack.
there's 6 in a pack. So you each have one in your pocket. Do you want to take any other flares with you?
No, no. I'm just happy to see you.
So we are indoors, right?
We don't
Well,
know.
Indoors.
Sanitarium
Well,
could
either
have
we do
indoors and
anything.
outdoor.
You are going to a facility that does have grounds.
Yeah.
Like
We're getting
coffee
there in
grounds?
the evening,
A
so it
lot
may
like
get.
coffee grounds. Okay, so let me make sure I have this rundown. Okay.
Wait a minute. Darius, did you bring enough for all of us?
Bring enough what?
I don't think he
Whatever
did.
you're eating, it sounds really good.
If you want some raisinets, just
Sorry.
come on over and get some.
Oh, I want raisinets. Give me some raisinets.
They're smart pills. All right, I'll put you can have one pack of raisinets in the glove compartment. So
From
I have-
Luthien pack
1982.
candy? I thought Luthien always brings snacks.
She never shares.
Okay, so there are 5 proton packs and 1 slime blower in the vehicle, correct? And
Sure.
and two
I
of
believe
you
so.
and 2 of you have pistols.
Can I carry 2 pistols or not?
Why?
Gunslinger.
Well, you've got, what do you want to put down? You've got a pistol, a peak meter, a mask, and a med kit. What would you want to put down to take a second pistol?
All right, so just wondering if theoretically you could carry 2 proton pistols with no encumbrance, but you can't. Okay.
Theoretically, 1 pistol adds nothing, but 2 pistols would add something.
Okay.
That
Two
makes sense.
pistols with
Because
that flare.
because that way,
Oh,
then
we
you
already
can
have
carry
our
an
own
infinite
flares.
number of pistols.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
I mean,
in
Paul,
the-
what were you saying?
In the car, we also have a spectral protocapacitor, right? And a
Yes.
polarity
Yeah.
rectification tripod.
Yes. Okay.
And $3 million in gold.
Well, that might be over the weight capacity of the car. If you want to roll a 6-sided die every 10 miles you drive, I'll let you take as much gold as you have.
No, it's not real
How
gold.
much do we
It's just a thumb
have?
drive with crypto gold.
How much do you? I don't think you have any. So, okay. So I just want to make sure the only flares you are going to take is the one that each of you has on your person.
That's plenty.
So I have a pack.
He also has a pack. Okay.
Okay, got it.
I have a proton pack.
Well, he means a pack of flares in the car.
I have a pack of flares. I have a proton
Awesome.
pack, a pack of flares, and a trap.
I also have a pack.
I have a pack of wolves.
I am holding it. It's a delightful pack.
I'm
Okay,
packing.
terrific. Thank you. All right, great. You,
Playing cards.
who's driving?
Not me.
Darius.
Okay.
Darius is driving?
Why not? We've
Hey, didn't
lived.
win
We've
any
lived
of
enough.
Okay, so Darius, roll a 6-sided die, please. Everyone clear your dice trays if you haven't already.
Here's with us
Six-sided
even.
2.
Terrific. You arrive safely.
Yay.
Yay!
Hang on just a moment. If you'd like to rejoin the Owlbear Rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to see your figures kind of in the middle of the map.
Okay.
Smooter and Darius are the ones at the front door. Do we want to keep this turn order, or do you want to re-roll for turn order after choosing your equipment?
Keep going with this
Let's
order.
re-roll.
Yeah. That's real. Okay. Of course, I'm the last one.
Which you want to do?
Keep the order.
Keep the order?
Re-roll.
Okay, we'll keep the order for a while, and then we'll switch it up as gameplay necessitates.
In other words, when all
As
the
soon as
bad
I
stuff
injure somebody.
Okay, Kevin, we can drop Andante. She's not playing today.
Okay, then I'll just
Unfortunately.
move Andante off just to the side there.
So I calculated, and apparently 3 million in gold is only 100 pounds.
Oh, that's not bad.
So we can actually
If
carry
you
that in
find
the car.
if you find 3 million in gold, you should be able to take it back rather easily.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
then.
So we know
So-
what we're questing for. Cool.
Does that mean 1 million in gold is only about 33 pounds?
Yeah.
I think you could argue that.
It's about
Wow, I think I did it myself.
$2,000 an ounce.
Yeah.
So those gold bricks in the movies are worth a lot because they're damn heavy.
Yeah.
They are heavy.
They're like 10 pounds or something, or 20
Well,
pounds.
that, yeah. Well, brick.
Well, I want me some gold bricks then.
So, all right. Who's Ross? It's your turn. You guys. Well, how are you dressed?
We're very discreetly wearing our uniforms.
Okay. Equipment is back in the vehicles.
Very discreetly mounted on my back.
I got all my equipment, and it's all
Okay.
ready to go.
Okay. Cool. Ross, what do you want to do?
Let's ring the doorbell.
Okay.
Ring the doorbell.
You ring the doorbell and you hear a buzzer that is buzzing.
Popping the door open.
Yeah,
I'll
the
open the
door
door.
opens. The
go
door
inside.
opens.
We're here.
So, I'm assuming you're going in. You can at least see.
Yep.
Okay. So,
And what do I see?
well, you see a waiting room. Hang on just a second. Or a reception area. See if I can give you a little bit of description. It is a simple, elegant room. Wooden floor gleams and well-placed, ever-burning lamps illuminate every corner, giving the room a sense of warmth and comfort. To your immediate left is a desk. On your right, a bench sits against the wall. Another chair is placed near it for those who are waiting. The north end of the room includes wide hallways traveling east and west. And there's swinging double doors directly in front of you. A woman in a simple, pristine white uniform is sitting behind the desk, who would greet you warmly.
What's the
Welcome to
directions on
Smith's
the
Row.
map? Which
My
direction
name
is
is
north?
Mary. Oh, I'm sorry. North. Yeah, the map is incorrectly oriented. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily matter, but yeah, I did not. I am reading the module and did not recognize that I probably should have turned this 90 degrees before I loaded it. But north
Okay.
is the direction that the letters would read. Does that make sense?
Okay, that makes sense. Now your directions make sense. Your
Okay.
description
So
fits
I
that.
can use left, right, and front and behind. To be honest, in the course of our uh, discussions for the module, I mean, you're going to be looking at doors. You're going to be going in rooms.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily. I mean, directions don't matter.
Well, if the
Of course, you could
description in the
I expect to
module,
be disoriented anyway.
yeah, we're fine.
Yes.
As long as we know that the letters read according to north, we're good.
Yes.
And
The letters read according to north.
most of us can remember simple things like that.
Yes.
Most of us.
So.
Let's greet the lady in white.
Great. Well,
I'm
I
Ross
can tell.
Scooter.
I can tell by your attire, Mr. Smooter, that you are the Ghostbusters that Dr. Loomis had called to the facility. And thank you very much for
Dr. Lewis.
arriving, Dr. Loomis, Loomis.
Yes. Oh, yes. Like the security company.
So yes, is everybody coming in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Move me
Let
inside.
me let me make Dr. Loomis aware of your arrival, and she picks up the phone
Oh, the
and pauses
drone
for a
need to
moment,
go in, really.
and she says, "Doctor, your guests have arrived." And from a door behind the reception desk comes a lab-coated man in his mid-30s, let's say. Actually, let's not say. Let's say mid-40s, just for fun.
And
He
accuracy.
has thinning hair, mustache, and goatee. He is, very professionally attired and conducts himself equally professionally. Says thank you very much for coming. I'd like to give you some more information about why you are here. If you would care to join me in my office.
Sure.
We will join you.
Terrific.
Is his office big enough to hold this many peoples? It
For
is.
the sake of discussion, we'll say yes. If you guys want to come on in.
Let's go in.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to wink at Mary and give her my card.
After the sandwiches.
Roll your cool. Roll your cool, Darius. A
First one is
six-sided.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how many more I get.
Preferably a 6.
No, I'm using moves.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use
You
cool.
sure
I'm going to use my moves.
So that
You
was
sure
so
are
you're
using your
saying
moves.
so you were rolling a seduce?
Just,
He's always
I mean,
in
it's,
seduce mode.
Okay, I
It's
did not
who
recognize
he
that.
is.
So okay, well then
That's why he's-
roll 7 more six-sided die, please.
Yeah, women don't recognize that either.
Yeah.
That's 28.
She greets you as warmly while continuing to be professional, takes your card and hands you her own with there's actually, she will, before handing you a card, will turn it over and write on the back of the card her cell phone number,
Let's see.
and then pass it to you.
I will keep
Oh,
this
that's nice.
as something precious to me. And I put it in
Terrific.
my pocket. And then walk into the room.
That's
After 30 years, Darius finds a girl who won't laugh at him.
well, 28's a fairly significant role.
She belongs to one of those groups where they invite a loser to a party.
Yeah.
She
You
works
don't
at a
sacrifice
sanitarium.
them?
She recognizes the type.
I mean, I've seen that movie like 5 times.
Ross, are you going to come in the room as well?
Yes, move me in. I actually can't see my map right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, you're inside.
Okay. Move me in.
So, Trapper, I'm going to assume your drone, you didn't leave it in the hall.
Yeah, it's on me.
Yeah.
It's not actually.
So, welcome everyone. I really appreciate you coming in. As you can see, Smith Grove has. I misspoke on the 170 because I didn't do math right. Smith Grove has been in operation since 1887. You guys are on the original grounds of the sanitarium, but the building that we're in was constructed in the mid 30s and actually opened in 1937. While the sanitarium can treat as many as 100 patients at a given time, we currently have one of our lowest populations ever because the sanitarium is in the process of closing. We are in need of renovations. State funding has been reduced, and I will admit that my hope was that we would be closed by this point in the year, but we are not, and I was hoping we could avoid the issue that I bring you here for today. I'm
How
going to
many
tell you a
patients?
story. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
How many
I'm going to
patients?
tell you a story, and it's going to sound a little strange. I will hope that you can grant me some grace and latitude that what I tell you is true.
That's okay.
At
We
least in
deal
my
with strange all the time.
As I hoped.
Yeah, Darius for sure.
So, throughout our facility's existence, we have had a recurring issue with paranormal activity that, based on records kept by other people, including my father, who used to work here, this happens on a 15-year cycle. My father, who is also Dr. Loomis, Dr. Sam Loomis, particularly interested in this cycle, he was convinced that it represented a cyclic weakening of the barrier between our world and what he called a dimension of pure evil that began on Earth thousands of years ago and has been referred to throughout generations as the curse of Samhain.
Oh, man.
My dad believed that the weakening had direct connections with ley lines of Earth energy that he had identified by bringing in psychics and practitioners of witchcraft to help him with his theory. And he has been confident that the weakening of the ley lines follows this 15-year cycle. When the barrier was particularly thin in 1963,
I was
my
born.
father is convinced that a particularly malevolent being broke through to our world and possessed a 6-year-old boy who was influenced by that entity to murder his sister. After the murder, the boy became unreachable by all therapy and remained that way for 15 years until the cycle repeated and the barrier was weakened again in 1978. He was at that point 21 and he managed to escape the sanitarium and go on a killing spree in town. He actually died in a fire at the town hospital after he escaped.
I think I saw this movie.
In 1993, when my dad was 71 years old, he was assisting here at Smith Grove as an emeritus staff member, but encountered what he described as an imminent return of the evil. I was here. I found no evidence of any such disturbance, but that night my father suffered a stroke during incidents at the sanitarium and regretfully never recovered. I never fully bought in to what my dad had espoused to me as this sanitarium being on ley lines and a nexus to this evil dimension until 2008, which was the next 15-year cycle. I brought in a group of psychics and practitioners of witchcraft to help me detect this weakening, and I witnessed the disturbance, which I know was manifested as a battle of witchcraft and psychic will against an entity that attempted to come into our plane of existence, that the likes of which I've never experienced before. The truth is that the incident drove one of the witches to insanity and terrified everyone that was involved in 2008 so completely that they vowed never to return. That was 15 years ago, and I'm worried that it is happening again. And so I have called you. And my intention is that you will be able to detect and prevent any incursions, and if possible, seal the portal so nothing ever happens here again, because we're going to close and abandon the facility, and I won't be here to protect against it. Is that something you're willing to help with?
Oh, bye.
For a price.
Okay, so Tori has left the building.
Oh, he has it.
I think we need a cud meter. We also want the spectral protocapacitor.
Mm-hmm.
So I will
I'm
tell
carrying
you.
one.
I will tell you that the I mean, it should be a fairly calm evening. The majority of the hospital staff has left for the evening at this point in time. You will encounter orderlies. You will encounter patients.
How many
I would
patients
ask
are left?
that our patients, of course, being in varying states of mental security and stability. We would ask that you keep your engagements to a minimum in the hopes of keeping everybody calm. There's also
You
a
hear that, Darius?
possibility that, I'm sorry, what?
I said, you hear that, Darius?
Yes, yes. So we
I'll just
do
talk
not
to Mary.
encourage fraternization
Too late.
with patients.
Yeah, the fraternization is the thing we were worried about. Because Darius is going to start asking random female patients for sandwiches.
And we
is
know
like
what
our own little-
sandwiches are.
Well, I will tell you this. You're close enough to dinner that if you would like to get something to eat, you can step out of my office and head into into our dining area and get some food if you would like.
Because of the 15-year
Okay,
cycle,
question.
instead of getting sandwiches, he's going to get sandwiches.
Sam
But
English.
questions here.
Yes.
Where's the exact location of the incident 15 years ago?
I can tell you
What a
that
really
the
good question.
the locations of the incidents, in my experience, have been, they are varied, and they are not they're not focused in one specific area. And even what I experienced 15 years ago was incursions that were attempted in a number of different places within the facility. So I can't tell you that it's going to happen right here, because even
Okay,
last
like
time
for
we weren't sure.
examples, like
For
more
example,
likely be in the kitchen, toilet.
we had incursions in patient rooms. We had incursions in medical treatment areas. We had incursions in shared, public or not. Shared facilities for the population, like the TV room and and other activity rooms.
Okay.
It just, the ley lines are such that there was no way for me myself to be able to tell specifically where places of danger were. That was something that the special the people with special abilities that I brought in last time were able to tell for me. I mean, they did
Yeah,
not.
you cannot predict.
They didn't have equipment, but they had psychic abilities and espoused to have powers of witchcraft
Well,
that
they-
allowed them to determine where this was happening.
They told you
Okay,
they had psychic
second
ability.
question would be, 15 years ago, you should have CCTV camera. Do you have any recording,
Yeah.
when it happened?
Our recording equipment was interfered with by the anomaly, as far as I can tell.
Okay, so we know it's going to be in that sense. Okay. Any other eye
There
besides
were
you?
the other eyewitnesses were the
The witches?
the witches and the psychics that took part in helping me protect the facility 15 years ago.
I have a
Any
question.
Anyone
patient who
else
has,
left from that time 15 years ago? Who's here now?
I
That was
would
my
ask
question.
you to respect the patient privacy mandates that we have under state and federal law. Off the record, I will tell you that one of our patients, was one of the individuals who suffered a psychotic break as a result of the activities that night, and remains a patient under our care.
What is his or her name?
Yes. Tell us Sydney's name.
Um, her name is Serena.
Now, you say the first incursion was in 1963?
No, the first incursion was that my father was aware of as a staff member was in 1963. I have records that go
That's
back.
what I want to know. How far back
so
does
it
it go?
happens every 15
Well,
years. Okay.
they're not. I mean, they go back to the history of the at least. I don't have records for each of the 15 years, but I have found private journals. Obviously, this is something that the staff didn't speak of among themselves. They were not able to even detect a pattern to this, happening until the 40s. But there have been journals that I have found and records that I've kept that talk or that speak of what I recognize to be paranormal events that were not, uh, that the kind of thing that I know what they were talking about, but there were no real details that I found helpful in my own research.
Yes, but what's the earliest year you found?
Well, I mean, the facility's been in operation since 1887, so I mean, give me a minute to do the math backwards.
Right.
I
How
mean,
far
19
back was it
19
associated with Sam Hain, this Sam Hain person?
the that the that was a theory that my father espoused in his own research that I do not know whether that is accurate or not.
Where did
That
he
is what
get that?
Dad
Somewhere in the
said.
third movie, probably.
That is what Dad said, and I offered that in case that name held any importance to you.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, Sam is an important name. I just never heard of a Hain.
Maybe he's related to Corey Haim.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, if you want to mispronounce the name, that sounds perfectly valid.
He's Sam
He's
Haim
such
and
a-
Corey Haim.
It could very well be.
Can can we have like a printout of or at least give it, something that we could put on our phones of all the buildings and the rooms
A
and
map,
the names
yeah.
to them? But we could have that available so we don't
A
walk
map of the
into any place.
facilities, yes.
Yeah.
A floor plan?
Yeah,
And a
we could
grounds
have it on the
plan
computer.
for various buildings and outbuildings.
Do you have a web page we can just go on and find it?
I mean, it's
I mean, I don't.
2023.
I could, give me some time to come up with something. I mean, to be honest, I'm happy to. I'm going to accompany you as you go through the tour. And take you where you want to go. So, I mean, if there's any places that you would like to see, we can go directly there.
I would like to go directly to the spot where the creatures are going to manifest. Let's go there.
There you go.
I can't tell you that. I can take you to a place where there was some activity in 15 years ago, but I can tell you that based on my experiences personally and based on the research that that I have had in the in the past, there's no way to tell. I mean,
Guys,
not with anything that I was able to do. I mean, I'm looking at the equipment you guys have, and I would think you wouldn't need me to take you anyplace. You could just turn on your gizmos and get there yourself. But what do I know? If you'd like, I could, maybe I could call somebody else.
I'm down, Dan. David, Dan. I just want to let you know, in
Okay, do
1960
you have?
there
Sorry.
was Sam Kane, and in 1993 there was Sam Dead. We have worked.
So you got no floor plans for us.
I'm not going to give you the floor plan. Move on. I mean, we can dance around this as long as you like, but you're not getting the floor plan. Next.
Okay. Is there an archive in the facility? We want to check out the history of the facility first.
Oh, I mean, I can give you. I am happy to give you the files that I have gathered from the records of the facility that I have found to relate to the disturbance that I am expecting that is imminent on the facility. If you would like to read that file, you certainly can.
Yeah, we would like to read it as
Okay.
we go.
So you want to carry it with you?
No, it must be heavy, right?
Well, I mean, he produces
Kind of like our Velma.
a folder that is several inches thick of unbound papers, that look to be photocopies from handwritten journals or typewritten accounts.
Okay.
I mean, if you would like to look that over,
I'll take it, and I'm gonna give you a proton pistol just in case you see anything.
sure. Okay. That sounds great.
And we explain the simple operation and the rules about using it in 5 minutes to you.
That's terrific. Thank you. I will be very happy to assist you however I can.
How much
Okay,
time
let's
do
go.
we have until probably the incursion starts? So do you remember what time everything began 15 years ago?
When I was here 15 years ago, it began at midnight.
Okay, so we have about
That's why we need to have dinner.
Well, we can check the cud meter to see if there's weakening spots, and that might give us a clue into where we need to be.
It means you have to walk around the facility. It's
Yes,
huge.
Yes.
yes, that's what yeah.
A general walk around the facilities.
Why don't we have this guy take
Go,
us
go walkabout.
to where the last place that it
ER
happened,
map.
like he was going to?
Why don't you give us a tour, Dan, Dan?
You know, you said 15 years ago. You have an idea where it happened, where it all started 15 years ago. Why don't we go there?
I can take you to a couple of places where things had happened before. That's no guarantee that they'll happen again. But I mean, yeah. Do you want to investigate or look at anything along the way, or do you want to go directly there?
Let's go directly there.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh,
we
that's
got-
And
it.
we will
And I
turn on
found
the
a-
cut meter.
I found a nice photo of your
Now,
parents.
right?
You found a photo of my parents?
Yes, it's on the Facebook group.
Oh, well, look at that. That's delightful. Thank you. That is delightful. That's now. Granted, that was actually my father's close advocate, and actually probably his closest confidant when he was a staff member here. That's not my mother, but it's a very nice photo.
We're a closer advocate and confidant than some people named Darius have ever had.
But at least the dude gets sandwiches.
There you
He
go.
does. He does get some.
Damn.
So, well, if you would like to follow me to one area
Yes.
that the incursion was noticed, I am happy. I am happy to take you there.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. So then, Dr. Loomis will, if you would care to follow me, please.
Let's follow.
Okay.
Just follow him.
Following.
All right. So
I will follow
we'll go down a hallway.
Ooh, down the hall.
Oh, hang on.
Cool.
Ah, it's dark. You
No,
turn the light on. I don't know what this. I can't see. Okay, I can see now.
Do you need to roll a cool, Larry?
I'm okay. I have
Are you sure?
ectogoggles.
No,
Sounds like
no,
that.
no. Roll a cool. Let's see how your diaper's holding up.
My diaper's fine.
Roll your 6.
Let's see if it's full of it.
No problem.
Uh,
First,
that's a 12.
yeah, that's the first roll was a 2, so no ghost.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I can click on it and look.
You can click
So,
on it and look.
I can. So, all right. So we will go down this hallway,
I'm so
and
cool.
you will see him unlock that double doorway.
Who had the PKE
and-
meter? It should be on now.
Yeah, I have the PKE meter.
Meter is on. I turned
Okay,
my
so
meter
you're-
on
You're running the peak meter?
and the cut
I'll run
meter.
the peak meter. I have
Yeah.
a peak meter.
Okay. So
Okay.
knowing
Lorraine's got a
that-
cud meter too.
Yes, knowing that both of those are on, I will tell you
Yes.
if any readings beyond normal pop up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So we will continue down the hallway.
Down, down, deeper down.
Did somebody just leave?
Well,
So
sometimes
as we go down the hallway, you can see that there are a number of rooms with closed doors.
That's interesting. There's a new A.
There is a new A.
Why is there a new A?
Sure.
That's a weird way to do the
Um,
map.
Well, it is a weird way to do the map. I think that it's a new A because it's a different
This is a
name.
brand new A.
It's a brand new A. So
It's a brand new A,
um,
folks.
Hey,
It's the
let
dawning.
me let me look. Hang on
It's
just a
the
second.
dawning of the age of Aquarius.
The brand new A, which and you guys are in um, okay. So in that particular wide hallway, which extends the length of the West Wing, you catch the faint and unmistakable odor of unclean. It smells like the staff may have attempted unsuccessfully to cover the odor with a citrus cleanser, but there's another smell underneath that you can't quite identify.
You got to use bleach. Bleach and lye. Everybody knows that.
So, um, the wooden floor is clean, well worn, shows signs of damage over the years that have been repaired. Doors line the hallway, each of which are uh, the ADA compliant handles with locks. Except for there is one door that stands out a little bit differently from others, and it is iron. It is an iron door.
Which door is that? Is it the one
Um,
Larry's closest to or Smooter?
Hang on just a second.
Or Luthien. Or Darius.
The
Trapper's near a door.
Just
We're all
that the
near.
three doors on each side.
Everyone but
Yeah, it looks like there are
Corey's
three doors
near
on
a
each
door.
side.
yeah, there's doors. There's doors on the side. Hang on just a second.
You mean like prison cells? But Smooter's in this little weird area.
It looks like there's a door on either side of me down my little alcove.
Yeah.
So,
story of Smooter's life.
hold.
Stuck in an alcove and nowhere to go.
Um,
I'm feeling a little antsy over here. Someone give me
no,
a sandwich.
don't be antsy. I'm just attempting to. This is hard to do. To be honest with this, I need a second screen,
Yeah, that
and
will help.
I'm
You didn't
having
have
a hard
first.
time with it.
Get a
Okay.
really huge one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. I think that the iron. Hang on, the iron door is going to be actually it's way back here. If you want to investigate the iron door, it's the one where Loomis is standing right now.
Way over there.
So, Serena is it
Oh,
behind this door?
that's a double door?
No, it's it's a single door. It's just made of it's not. I mean, it's like a metal, almost like a fire door, rather than what looks more like hotel doors that may be wooden in other areas.
Doc. I'm
Okay,
asking the
that's
doc
Dr.
question.
Loomis,
Doc.
what's behind the door?
So
Well,
Serena's behind this door.
that is an area it's our padded cell.
Is anyone inside there?
Who's in that padded cell?
No one is inside the padded cell.
Okay.
I can unlock it if you want to go in, but no one's there.
Yes. Unlock it. Darius wants to go in and investigate.
For
with his-
sandwiches.
With his PKE meter.
Okay, the door is unlocked.
And hey, look, your college grades.
Which were padded too.
So
Anybody see anything?
Obviously, this is a room that is reserved for patients that are at great risk of harm to themselves and to others.
Who's got a peak meter or a cud meter?
I got a peak meter. Let me investigate.
Leave the room a moment in
No,
case
they
that
locked
iron
me
door
in.
kept.
Is there
Lock him in.
anything peaky about this place?
No.
About these other doors, Doc, what's behind all them?
Is there anything
Well, I mean,
cuddy?
there are patient rooms. If you're interested, we can I mean, just tell me where you think you want to go. Or I
Okay.
mean, you'd talked about that you wanted to go to one of the areas where some
Okay.
disturbances had happened. Do you want to go directly there, or do you want to
Kevin?
investigate some of the rooms?
Kevin, this is not directed to Loomis. This is directed to you. But could you
Yes.
give us an indication of where the awful smell is coming from?
It's permeating the area, not unlike if I mean, we've all been to different adult care homes, and some smell better than others.
Okay.
So it's the whole floor.
There should still be an area where it's stronger.
Can we sense?
Toilet.
Actively using some senses to see if it's really strong in one door area.
Yeah.
All right, hang on just a second.
See, I think we should figure out where the Serena person is, because they said that the Myers guy was repossessed. And
Okay,
so then
but
the
technically,
was possessed
technically,
earlier.
he didn't use the name Myers.
Oh, okay, all right. So the
But
6-year-old boy was
it's
repossessed
Myers.
15 years old later. So I'm wondering if Serena may be the target of some kind of possession this time.
Yeah. If
Since
the
she
movies
was
have taught us
attacked.
anything, that makes sense.
So I think that we should find the Serena person and maybe move her to this padded cell before some kind of the target
I don't
time.
think we can do that.
Hey, Larry,
Yes?
that's here, because we're all kind of dancing around and doing everything at once. So I'm going to call this your turn. If
Okay.
you are using your sense of smell to determine where this
A
fragrance may
strong.
be coming from,
Yes,
it is
yes.
coming from the door that is closest to Darius.
Ooh.
Ah, I want to go there.
Okay. So
Is this
so
a locked door? Can
have you
Dr.
tried the knob?
Loomis? I'm right there, and I grab lots of knobs. I have knobbing experience. And so, yeah.
That's true.
All right, so
I
you're going
also-
to open the door.
Some of my dearest friends are knobheads. Yes.
Okay. So
Okay, so it's not a padded
I
cell.
will
Oh, there's a bed.
I will read to you the smell of urine and excrement threaten to overwhelm your senses.
Yeah.
Roll your cool.
Cool. No problem.
No problem.
I'm
Hang
so
on.
cool.
I need to.
The first die was a 4. So.
Hang on. I'm trying to-
I see Darius's girlfriend over there.
There you go. Okay. You find a woman clothed in stained rags, curled in on herself, sitting in the corner farthest from the door.
Okay.
You see that the walls
Girl.
have been marked with what looks like arcane symbols, not necessarily letters or a language, but just art or, I mean, I don't know how else to describe it, just arcane symbols that drawn in excreta.
I
And
think Gary wants to go in and decipher them.
I think
Yeah,
Gary
yeah.
yes. I do have occult knowledge.
you do have occult knowledge. Those
Do you have gloves?
they definitely look like symbols
Is it-
that they resemble a Celtic, arcane Celtic,
Celtic.
representations.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, that's Samhain.
Can I take a look too, or do I have to wait for my turn?
He's got archaeology, and he's standing right there.
You could look into the room and see everything that I
Describe.
would have
Can
described.
I want to put on my gas mask before I peek into the room.
Ooh, that's a great idea. I will let you do that.
And then I want to video with my phone these symbols on the wall too.
Get your face like really close to those symbols. Maybe you'll see something.
I
But,
wonder, you
wanna-
might
yeah.
be able to interpret more with taste.
I agree. I was genuinely about to suggest that. Archaeologists are always tasting symbols on the wall.
Sure.
Taking a
Whoever named the occupant of the room P Girl is not the most sensitive soul. I mean, this
Sure.
is
Wait, you
clearly
did that?
an adult that is struggling with issues.
Ask Dr. Loomis, who is this person?
He says she's P. Peter. So do I, with archaeology, do I notice anything else about the symbols?
No, nothing beyond what Brian's able to interpret. Dr. Loomis is going to step in and escort you guys from the room and close the door.
Dude,
And,
that was important clues.
It was, but he's going to say that I fear is Serena, who I have mentioned before, and she is not responsive to treatment, and I would ask that at this time you would observe her privacy.
Can I upload some of the pictures I took to the Facebook linguistics group that I'm in, where people often post pictures of text and ask, like, does anyone know what these symbols mean, or does anyone know this alphabet? This is true. I'm in this group.
I trust that you are, and yeah, you can do that, but that will end your turn. Luthien, what would you like to do?
Saying, if the room smells so bad, don't you have a cleaner who would come in to clean it?
Her room is cleaned daily.
Okay.
So that's
only
all
once a
fresh?
day, but that means everything is fresh. That means she would write it every day.
Yes, she writes the same symbols every day.
That's a
Okay,
healthy
so
girl.
we can clean it since somebody already took pictures.
We have
Okay, I'm
attempted.
reading the archive papers too. Okay, as we go. So did I find anything?
Well, if you're going to be reading that file as you walk, you won't be able to take part in any other actions.
Well, we are not doing much.
Well, no, I understand. I just want you to. I'm going to let you know that that's in my head. That if something happens with any suddenness, you're going to have your nose in a.
I don't want to. But right now, from the point where we left, Mary.
Yes, Mary?
It's been like 15 minutes, so I should be able
I'd
to
say
be.
15 to 30, sure.
Yeah, so I have read through maybe 1/3 of the pile.
That sounds good.
Okay, so did I find anything?
You find that everything that you're seeing in the file corroborates with what Dr. Loomis shared with you earlier.
Okay, nothing specific yet.
Nothing specific. Remember that in some of the old, the decades old entries, the recorders of these, are not experienced parapsychologists and were unable to find satisfactory explanations for what happened. But it definitely is the types of things that go along with hauntings and psychokinetic energy outbreaks, slimings, possessions, the kinetic phenomenon, lights and mist phenomenon, the kind of stuff that you guys have experienced as Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay, just the general things, everything in one. So no description of like a ghost.
Well, there's descriptions of several, ghosts that had um, entered and been seen in the sanitarium. I would say that you, um, based on what descriptions that they offer, you can point to evidence that class 2, class 3, and class 4 entities have definitely been in, and something that could potentially indicate a presence even more powerful than class 4, but you would have no way to really determine what class it would be. Just know that there's been a wide range of phenomena that's been recorded that would point to a pretty broad scale of paranormal activity within the sanitarium over the course of decades. If
So
that
I
helps.
will pass on the information
Okay.
to my team. They're listening too.
So I asked Luthien, so have these ghostly phenomena always been harmful, aggressive, or have some of them been benign?
From what I've read.
Yeah, from what you read.
Everything that she encountered led her to believe that the interpretations of the um, of the
Yeah.
psychiatrists and other people who had submitted their reports were all not benign. I mean, it was these are active. They're angry. They're harmful. Just generally nasty stuff.
Right.
So gotta be
So
careful.
no Caspers.
No Caspers, at least according to the people who were attempting to record the thoughts. Some private journals that are in there definitely, lean more toward, I don't know what this was, but it scared the hell out of me kind of stuff. Official reports are definitely being filtered through, the professional eye, where these psychiatrists are not going to acknowledge paranormal activity.
Okay, that's fine. Good. So what's the next stop?
Well, did you want to go down to one of the areas that that had seen psychic activity in the past?
Yes.
Okay.
Before we move on,
So-
did any of you people
Well,
with a PK meter?
isn't it quite obvious that this lady is going to be the next person to be, taken over by a ghost? Why don't we?
That's
shouldn't
why
we release that door
Darius
lock?
wanted to meet her.
Shouldn't we release
But did
lock
we
the
sweep
door
her
up
with
so we
PK
know
meter?
where she is?
Well,
she's not possessed at this moment, right?
the PKE and CUD meters have been on the whole time, and so
And you got no response beyond the normal from either meter at the point you were in the room before Dr. Loomis asked you to respect her privacy at this time.
Is
Fine.
the
Then I
room
think right now
locked from the
not
outside,
at
Dr.
this
Loomis?
point.
Scott, I didn't hear your question.
I'm asking Dr. Loomis if the room is locked from the outside. Are we locking her in?
Of course, they are all
No, we don't.
psychotic.
We don't
Really?
need to lock. We don't need to lock Serena in. She never leaves her room.
Okay.
She hasn't. She has not left. She has not left her room under her own volition, even to take care of her, most fundamental hygiene needs for 15 years.
He's been pooping and shitting in there for 15 years.
There's a
Well,
toilet inside, right?
We
the
clean
floor
it
and the
up.
walls.
So there is not a toilet in that room that is hers.
Okay, so
What about a
Patients,
bedpan?
the patients have a common bathroom.
Sounds like an uncommon bathroom.
Hers is uncommon.
Okay.
So,
Let's go.
did you want to check out the room that I was going to show you in the West Wing?
Yes.
yes.
We
Yes.
want to meet the people in the West Wing.
So you want to meet all the people in the West Wing?
We want to meet the president.
Especially President Barton.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Well, there's only one president that belongs in this West Wing, and he's not here.
Yeah. I wonder who that was.
Oh, it's the room nearby me.
So, are you wanting to follow me in?
Yes.
Yeah, let's come in.
Okay, so this, I'm assuming you guys can either see the map and you've moved in.
Sure
So,
much.
Dr. Loomis,
What's
this
in the
this
corner
was
there?
this was a door that was unlocked, and he entered it. It is a spacious room containing a treatment chair, a raised wooden table, a coil of rope, and a work table.
You say
The
treatment
war-
chair, but you mean like torture chair, right?
Well, Dr. Loomis does not use this room for treatments. This is a treatment room that is Dr. Renwick.
Renwick.
Field?
So
Okay,
the
by
warm
the treatment
air
chair on the
smells-
floor, is that urine?
Did you want me to continue to read the
Yes,
the
yes,
description?
yes. Go ahead.
Okay. So the warm air smells heavily of ozone, burnt hair, and the same odor that's kind of permeating the facility. 5-point restraints have been incorporated into the table and the treatment chair. The restraints are leather, cracked, and shiny from frequent use.
Oh man.
What kind of treatments are done in this place, Doctor?
Dr.
So-
Renwick is responsible for the treatments in this room.
Yeah, that doesn't answer the question.
He has had success in treating patients with radically pronounced violent mental disorders.
So you're not going to answer the question.
Yeah.
Well, I can't answer the question. I mean, Dr. Renwick researches his own.
Don't know what he does in this room?
I've never been privy to his. I don't. I mean, Dr. Loomis doesn't run the place. So no, I know that Dr. Renwick has treated patients in this facility for a number of years. I know that this is one of his treatment areas, and I have seen the success that he has had with treating patients for violent um, outbursts and mental and emotional disorders.
Pretty sure
But
if you shot me,
I don't
I'd
know
do
the
it.
specifics of what he does to treat patients in this room.
I think the clue is in the chair and the smell, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a smell dude.
Yes, smell, dude.
Oh, dude.
But
There
I can tell you that in this room was what the psychics and the witches had determined was in 2008 one of several points of entry, or possible points of entry, the weakening of the ley lines and the weakening of the barriers, as my dad described them.
How's the cud meter reading, Lorraine? I
The
mean,
cud meter,
Luthien.
the
Yeah,
cud meter
it's
is
always
is
on.
showing no, it's all on. No, the cud meter is showing no uh, readings above
Abnormal.
what would be a baseline normal.
Maybe we could tempt something to happen. So
We've run
Can
maybe,
we sacrifice somebody?
well, Trapper could sit in that chair.
Trapper is not going to sit in that chair.
Trapper's player obviously enjoys a nice chair,
Uh-huh.
so I don't see why
Yeah.
Trapper wouldn't enjoy it.
We all know what
Hey.
happens to people who sit on thrones.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a rope right over there. So, Smooter, you could hold the rope while you sit in the chair or lie on the table. You could
I
lie on the table.
I have no clue what you're talking about. Rope.
Okay,
I can hold your rope.
I'm going to
Amnesia
sit
falls
on the
through.
table.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie down on the table because I'm not an idiot, but I'm going to sit on the table.
The table is sturdy and supports your weight.
It's a very sturdy table.
Very sturdy table.
If it can support my weight,
it
it's a
dirty?
strong table. Yeah, after I sit on it, I'll look to see if it's dirty. Oh, shoot.
Probably dirty, sturdy.
I really
Could
think,
be.
I think that chair is a clue, is a key.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'm going to be searching for trapdoors.
Oh,
Secret
that's a good
compartments.
idea.
Like
There
that.
is, I mean, there's stone walls, and I mean, like any facility would have been in the 30s. I mean, I don't know if cinder blocks are used or bricks or whatever, but everything is secure in the floor and the walls in that room.
Okay.
And there's only one point of entry, and it's the one you came in. Oh, Smooter, did you sit in the chair?
No, I did not. I think someone moved me over there. I think that's really funny.
So
Next
Dr.
thing you know,
Loomis is
holding
going to
Larry's
ask,
rope.
would you like to continue a tour of the West Wing? Would you like
Yeah.
to,
Hey, who's that doctor that does the experiment in here?
Renwick.
Dr. Renwick?
This is Dr.
Dr.
I'm gonna look him
Demento?
up on the
Was
internet.
was he here during the
Dr.
last
Renwick
incursion?
is the last I know, the last I knew, Dr. Renwick was in the building. He generally works pretty late.
Okay, I will
Meanwhile,
look him
he's
up
here
on the
right
internet.
now?
See if I find him.
Do I know if he is here right now? Well, I mean, I saw him earlier today, but I've spent the last hour or more with you guys. So I don't know if he's here currently.
1 hour and 24 minutes.
Sure. We'll play this in real time.
Can we,
Was Renwick here in 2008?
Yes.
How
Dr.
about
Dr. Renwick Dr. Renwick has been here for more than 30 years.
30? Okay, so he was here in the 70s too.
So
Well,
is there anyone
I mean,
else?
No,
if
that's
it's
no.
2020,
30, that's
if it's
90.
2023,
Yeah.
if it's 2023, he was on site for the 2008.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 15.
And then on site for the what,
1993.
1993?
Yeah.
So he just got here in 1993.
Yes, he had not been here long in 1993.
So is there anyone else who's been here since the last incursion in 2008? So just Renwick and Serena.
As
Anyone
far as
else?
staff goes,
Yeah.
as far as
Staff or
staff
patients?
goes, even I wasn't here in 1993. My father told me about that one.
So
But
just how about since 2008? Anyone else who's been here since before 2008? Just
on the
you, Renwick,
staff,
and Serena.
I mean, I mean, yes, I think there's probably several patients who have been here that long. I have been here that long. So remember that we're in the process of closing. So we've had a number of staff positions eliminated. We've had a
Right.
number of patients transferred. So I would imagine there are a few. I don't off the top of my head. I'd have to go consult my records to tell you specifically.
Yeah, I look up this doctor on the internet. Does he have any like cult connections or anything like that that's out
Now,
there
I
on the
mean,
internet?
you would find his information in on professional sites as well as the site pertaining to Smith's Grove, and everything looks to be in order.
Okay.
But there doesn't appear anything in this room, guys. Let's move on to the next.
That does not mean he's not part of some creepy cult.
I
I'll
think
be
he
part-
is. But what were you guys want to go meet him?
Well, we
Yeah.
can look and see if he's in his office.
Let's
Okay.
go see his office. See some clues.
Okay,
What do you think?
we can do that. Let's follow me.
Okay.
Oh, this
Okay with you guys, right?
way.
I'm sorry.
Let's give it a shot.
So we're gonna go up the map and through
Up the map
the
and
double
through.
and through the double doors.
Dum ba dum bum bum.
Okay, let me make sure that I'm doing this right. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. So we are gonna go this way.
Oh, we're going on stairs.
And this staircase goes up, and we're gonna there's no I mean you can move through there if you want to. I was just gonna do some clicking,
Do some clicking.
away.
and
Click.
then that is a second floor staircase. Okay, do you see to the left?
Yep.
So I'll let you guys move your characters.
Like,
So, is
Okay.
everybody in the second floor staircase?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Except for Serena, she didn't come yet.
No, she did not.
Oh, what's
So,
that? Look at that. Oh, we're moving up.
we're going up to the third floor.
Oh,
Okay.
What is that, a carpet?
Let me look. Just one moment.
And Tori is in between the buildings.
This for whatever reason the file that is a PDF and it's locked. It wouldn't let me edit it. So there's a lot of BS that we're not using for this particular adventure that I have to kind of wade through. I apologize.
Well, I would certainly never advocate it, but there's software that lets you crack those things.
Oh. So hold please.
Or you just...
And they also, I think they've got things just kind of weirdly arranged. Like, you know, the explanations for the rooms don't feel like they're in intuitive order.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting there. Okay, great. Hang on. We're close. I just want to tell you where you're at, which is the 3rd floor.
Okay.
So rounding the top of the stairs, you're greeted by a long hallway with doors staggered along what would be the left hand and right hand walls, but I mean north and south. A door more finely crafted than the others can be seen at the eastern end of the hall. There's writing on it, but from this distance you can't read it. To the right, as you come up, is a reading nook, complete with chairs, rugs, and bookshelves.
And books on the floor.
And books on, well, you know, it is a sanitarium, and not everybody does a good job at taking care of the facilities.
I'm totally offended by that.
That means you don't have standard.
It's not a sanitary sanitarium.
It is not a sanitarium.
Do they at least have napkins?
Do that already.
So, wow. So, all right.
I
So,
wasn't going to go there, but thanks, Larry.
Yeah, leave it to Larry. So, okay. We are headed toward the end of the hallway.
Heading for the end of the hallway.
And I will knock on the door and hear nothing. And I will turn to you and say, well, you know, sometimes Dr. Renwick is not as responsive. So if you would indulge me, I'm going to creak the door open and see if he's there. And Loomis opens the door and disappears into the room. He shuts the door behind him. You can hear a little bit of conversation, and then Loomis returns and says, Dr. Renwick will see us, and opens the door and goes in and leaves the door open for you to follow.
So we are going. Oh, this is a couch.
Yes, hang on just a second.
It's a murder couch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Disappear. What happened?
Okay, we can't. Can we see into the room with the deadly scalpels and blood drain pit?
sure.
There does seem to be a door, so
here.
I'm assuming
Yeah,
that
there's a
door
door.
is open.
That door is well, let's here. You know what? Maybe it shouldn't be open.
What happened to
Uh-oh.
my...
I just want to know if I saw the murder scalpels in the blood pit.
You did.
Okay. Because that tells me a lot.
That make you does that make you feel better that you can't see around that corner?
No, it doesn't. But
No.
I,
But thank you
I know what's
thank you
there.
for bringing that to my attention. So,
Oh,
but yeah. So Dr. Renwick says so. I've certainly read about your so-called science in parapsychology. I hope that you are treating our patients with respect in your indulging Dr. Loomis's frivolous thoughts on what may or may not be happening in Smith's Grove. Just for what it's worth, um, it as you're looking around the office, you're seeing that somewhat hidden by folding privacy panels, you notice a large working table in the northeast, what would be the northeast corner of that room. The
Where-
surface of the table is heavily scarred and scorched in several places.
Okay, where
Um,
Trevor's at.
Yes. Thin metallic strands, gears, other esoterica scattered about. There's a smaller bookshelf overflowing with books and manuals of all shapes and sizes. You can see that there's a door leading to a smaller room. Dr. Renwick's desk is a heavily used writing desk that the surface of which is obscured with a disorganized mess of papers and books.
That's my desk.
So,
Like my desk too.
so yes. The
Doc, what kind of doctor are you?
I'm sorry.
What kind of doctor are you, Doc?
Well, I am a physician as well as a psychiatrist. I have
physician?
dual degrees. In fact, I'm a surgeon.
That's kind of shocking to hear right at the moment. How did all these scars get on this table way over here?
Well, I mean, that's many of the scars, as you call them, on that table are predate me.
Oh, what's behind this door?
That is
What?
a storage area.
The storage.
Or Jerry, you might
What did I miss?
There's a dead body inside.
Oh, no. Of course, there are no dead bodies in
I can look
my
inside.
office. I do not treat people in my office. I have the run of this facility, and there are many areas with which I will treat our patients. Do you have any specific questions for me? If not, I'm going to tend to some business
but
that I have
behind
elsewhere in
door
the
number one.
You
Open
said
the
when we
door.
came in that you don't quite agree with Dr. Loomis and about the ghost stuff. What do you think is happening?
I subscribe to the theory that it is a we have had outbreaks of mass psychosis brought on generally by the season. I mean, it's as much as I would be loath to ascribe these outbreaks to something as simple as the full moon. It is well documented that people with mental health instabilities do respond to the full moon, whether it's a pronounced placebo effect or something more nefarious of a natural phenomenon. I have not devoted much of my time to that. Where I devote my time is through research neurological, surgical remedies to mental and emotional health issues.
Weren't
That
you
sounds
witness to some of
reasonable.
these phenomena?
So I'm sorry, what?
Say, weren't you witness to some of these phenomena that Dr. Loomis has described?
I was witness to patient behaviors that the late Dr. Loomis had ascribed to paranormal phenomenon that I do not believe in. Now, Dr. Loomis, I would not want to speak ill of your father, especially in front of, and you see him do air quotes, these professionals. I will say that your father and I had disagreements on the sources for some of these phenomenon. In my experience, since Dr. Loomis's departure and regrettable passing, I have not seen the evidence of what his assertions were fully supported. At that point, the young Dr. Loomis says, "You mean to tell me that what we experienced 15 years ago, you are chalking up to only a mass psychosis?" And at that point, Dr. Renwick says, "I stand by my assertions. I do not believe that what you are doing tonight is in any way going to influence any activities in the sanitarium beyond the upsetting of our patients and the subsequent problems that will arise. This is something that I am not able to stop. You have full authority to have these people on the grounds, and if you will excuse me, I'm going to tend to my patients." And he gets up from the desk and leaves.
Ooh,
Whoa.
leave
All
us
right, man.
in his office.
I know, man. Let's search
Search
his
the place.
office.
That
Okay.
room. Tori's already halfway into the room.
Been trying to
So-
get there for.
That are you attempting to open the door, Tori?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. Well, here. Well, first off, let's just with the hope of resuming a little bit of order. It Ross actually gets a chance to act before Tori does. So, Ross, what would you like to do, Mr. Smooter?
I'd like
Where
to
are you?
rifle
Oh,
through
you're
his
there.
I'd like to rifle through his desk. I'm
Sure.
like, I don't trust this guy. Let's go through the desk.
Okay. You
See
can
if
go
see
through
if I
his
can see
desk. You'll see on top of his desk and in the drawers of the desk, there is nothing really of note. I mean, there's no personal journals, there's office supplies, that kind of thing. On top of the desk, you're going to see manuals, pamphlets, and even books relating to medicine, anatomy. There's if there's nothing that seems out of the ordinary for what he would, as he would describe himself, which is a surgeon, a physician, and a psychiatrist,
in that order.
or whatever order you'd like to put them in. So while you're searching with that, Tori, are you going to attempt to open the door?
No, I think he's just
Okay.
going to open it.
Well, yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay, I think there's a delivery. I have to go and check.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was the cat.
I wasn't sure.
Let me tell them
So-
she's coming.
So that
So
that is in fact a small, relatively empty room. That has I mean, like a table and just some general equipment on top of it.
is there any blood there, Tori? Any body parts?
Bloody scalpels? Any hair?
Nothing. There's nothing. There's no any equipment in there is clean. There's no evidence of
Anything he's been doing?
well, I mean, there's no evidence that patients are treated in this area. There's
So he's been cleaning the blood really well.
you don't see any evidence of blood if you want to make sweeping assumptions of what he does in that particular room.
Well, I prefer to make sweeping assumptions. Thank you very much.
Yes.
He sweep very well.
Okay, guys.
Are
don't
you
have
I mean, are you going to do any other investigations in the room, Tori?
I'm gonna look for any secret compartments or hidden things hidden. Things.
Roll your brains. I think it takes brains to find stuff like that. So roll a 6-sided die.
In there. Alrighty, I just did great on that, so I get to go a couple more times.
You do.
Oh, he's got good brains.
There you go. I've got 13 brains.
Okay. You notice that the table hinges up to reveal a staircase
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
going down.
I will poke my head out and say, "Hey, kids, a hidden staircase."
Okay. Buckets of awesome.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Wants to come with me.
So you guys all want to go down the stairs?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you will go down the stairs.
So, Renwick, he just left.
Yes.
Yeah. He scampered like a criminal.
And Dr. Loomis is not going to
I
stop
don't know
us.
that he scampered like a criminal. He decided that he did not have anything he could offer to the conversation and left to treat patients. In a very responsible manner.
So
Yeah.
he scampered like a criminal.
A guy who electrocutes people. He's responsible.
And Dr. Loomis is okay with this.
Well, I mean, they're two independent, people with credentials in the, facility. I mean, he's not. I mean, are you asking
Dr.
him?
Loomis is okay with
Are
this?
you asking Dr. Loomis his opinion of Dr. Renwick?
No, because he followed us down the stairs, so.
Yeah, he'll come.
Hey!
I mean, there are
put the logic in that.
there are nooks and crannies in this decades-old facility that don't necessarily surprise Dr. Loomis. I mean, if you had
So-
asked him if he knew there was a staircase out of that room, he would have said yes. He was aware of it.
He knew it? Okay.
Oh, sure.
What is it? Where does it go?
It's a staircase.
And where does
So
it go?
you are now on the second floor. There is a door that leads into the second floor, and there are stairs going down to the first floor.
Check out the second floor for a moment.
It's Larry's turn.
Okay.
Larry, what would you like to do?
Check out the second floor for a moment.
Okay. Are you going to try the door?
Where? I don't see the door. It's the map.
I'm sorry,
is
the
weird.
door would be directly beneath Loomis. If Loomis is facing east, the door is on the west wall and the stairs continue south.
I open that door.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I take that back. There are two doors. Sorry. There's two doors
Well,
in that.
Scooter.
There's the one that you're at directly below Loomis, and there is one directly below whoever this is.
Smooter.
No,
Yeah.
the one next to Smooter.
The one next to Smooter.
Darius.
Darius.
Thank you.
I'm by the one by Loomis already, so.
Okay. Cool. It's a hallway.
Yay, somebody opened the other door.
Yeah.
Next in turn.
So, it would be Trapper's turn next.
I open up the other door.
Okay, hang on just a second. I'm looking at things. Okay, so you open up the other door.
I'm looking at the... Ooh, toilets.
No chairs, but you can use them for a toilet if you like.
Well, there you go.
Just let me
Okay.
know.
I go in and describe it to me.
Sure, I am happy to describe that to you. Hang on just a moment as I scroll through this functionally useless art. This is Group Treatment Room B, as in boy.
It's an
This
H.
large treatment room is notable for its polished wooden floors, expansive windows, and lush rugs. The room is spotlessly clean and has comfortable chairs arranged in a horseshoe with a single chair at the head point. So this, as you could probably guess, would be a group therapy room.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
never
terrible horseshoe.
Well, again, this is why I didn't use any of the art that accompanied this particular thing.
Okay. Doesn't and I just nice, check for doors and secret doors.
There are two doors
Okay.
in the room. There are hang on just a second. I'm pretty confident that's right.
Only looks
Yeah.
like one door on this map.
There's well, yeah, the map has one door, but I want it to have two. So
Okay.
that treatment room can be accessed by the staircase as well as the
The main
the
hallway.
Yes,
Okay.
because that only makes sense. So, but your investigation of the room reveals that it is clearly its intended purpose. I mean, it's just a
Okay.
meeting room.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll let us all know that, and we'll head off down the hall on whoever's next turn it is.
Sure. Yes, that's what Dr. Loomis would say if you asked him. Do you want to Darius?
Just head down the hallway with the,
Okay.
the gang.
There is a door that is opposite the door to the treatment room, and you can see that there's another door on what would be the north wall, a little bit farther south down the hall.
So I just asked Loomis, why don't you give us a tour and open the doors and tell us what's in each room?
Oh, well, all right. If that's what you would like to do, we can check out. Hang on just a second. Here is this room here on the side. You see that he unlocks this room, and he describes it as our mechanical room. It is a water pump. It is the area that helps pump water to rooms throughout the facility. So, and then he says the doorway that I am standing next to is our immersion treatment room. And he moves on. and the
Immersion treatment? You mean like altered states immersion treatment?
well, you mean, well, the Altered States is a fictional movie, Tori. I mean, the things that happened in that particular film are probably a little bit, I would say, accentuated, exaggerated, maybe even fabricated. But if you're asking if we have
I knew Dr.
equipment,
Jessup. It was not fake.
if you, yeah, may he rest in peace. But if you are asking, do we have equipment in that film? The answer is yes. Are you wanting to go in,
Well, if it
or,
were my
or
turn,
continue the tour?
I thought that he would just open the doors as we go so we can peek in as we go by.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, is that what you're?
Phillips.
I mean, Darius, it's your turn. I mean, are you wanting to just
Yeah,
open the door and go in?
Yeah,
Be
no, I
direct
just want him to like open the doors and let us look in as he gives us the tour down the hall.
Okay,
So I just thought that-
I thought you were asking him just to point things out. If that's what you want, we can do it that way too.
Yeah,
So.
and so I just thought he would just open each door and unblack it for
a
us.
little more manly assertive about something other than sandwiches.
So okay, so that's he told you what's there. If you want a greater description of what's in that room, you're going to need to go inside.
I mean, I think we can just like kind of quickly go down the hall and see what's here is more
Okay.
what I'm interested in. Just
Sure. So we can certainly do that.
And we can loop back and look at the rooms more closely later after we have a grasp of what's on the floor.
Yep. So
Wait.
that's fine.
Nothing's
So-
gonna happen until 12 o'clock midnight anyway. So
So the if you want to look in this room, here, that there are 2 doors to, right there.
Okay,
Lecture
hall.
is yes, that the
With the bed.
hang on just a second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the.
It's like a bed with a toilet.
So it is. So that's
But we won't really see that. It's just peeking in. We just see like a lecture hall.
Yeah, but what's that behind there? We have to go in there and see what that darkened spot is behind the lecture.
the see, I think they've got this labeled wrong in here.
Let's just see what's on the right side first before we go investigate the lecture hall.
Oh.
Okay, I mean on this side here,
Yep.
like the door next to Dr. Loomis.
Yeah. There's
Okay,
another
hang on.
side that's blacked out, and so I just kind of want to get like a good grasp of the layout, and then we can decide where to investigate more
I
carefully.
understand. So, so that room there is a counseling room. You just see 2 comfortable chairs side by side, backs to the door, facing an overstuffed leather chair, as if an audience to an unseen proctor. Thick carpet covers the entire floor. To the left and the right are 2 partially filled bookcases. So Loomis will, whoops.
And let's just like, yeah, look at the next room.
So,
we can
all right. Well,
decide
where?
where to
I
go.
mean, are you guys following me?
Yes.
Or,
yeah,
I mean, because
sure.
nobody's moving.
Well, I'm following with my eyes.
Okay. So, I mean, so everybody's staying down there,
No, everyone's
and
just
nobody's
just
physically
lined up.
walking. Okay. So,
Well, gotta wait for
okay.
our turn.
So this room here, is roughly twice as long as it is wide, sparsely furnished. A chair sits against the western wall near the southern corner. The only other furnishing is a crudely made table heavily constructed of unstained wood and a matching chair at the head of it.
Weird. Really weird.
So no one's seen anything and on their meter.
No.
What time is it right now?
What time is it right now? Let's see. You guys arrived about 6. Let's say 7:30, 8 o'clock. We'll say 8 o'clock.
Okay. So just take a quick look at room N, or the room across from N. And then we can decide, then someone else can take a turn and we can all decide where to go.
This one here, the one right below K.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the one,
It should be L.
yes, it is. So that is a long, narrow room with a single chair and the door. There is, it's bare walls, and there is a window into an area to the what would be the west of room L. And there is also a well, I don't know how. I guess there's I don't understand this. I don't see any door to this room, but there is definitely a window. So there's got to be a door somewhere. We'll say it's between L and M.
Oh, it's
Is
got a
there?
secret door.
Or maybe there's just a window.
Further down.
Kevin, is
like
there
a
a
master.
door by the bottom of the L?
L.
Is that a door
I'm
by
sorry.
the bottom of the L?
It
Maybe.
doesn't look like it to me. I mean,
Oh.
I'm just looking at I'm looking at.
It looks like there's a door at the bottom of in the square
Between
next
the-
to the L.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, according to this, it's a window, but we'll say it's a
Oh,
door. Yeah.
that's a window? That makes no sense.
Well,
Well, unless you have to use a
the
sledgehammer to go
key.
through.
well, we're gonna say it's a door and a window. Does anyone want to go in the room to either open the door or look through the window or both?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So it's L functions as an observation room to M. Okay. So
Okay.
if you wanted to put a patient in room M and surreptitiously watch through the window. So it's like it would look like a mirror on M, but it's a window to L.
Okay, then it makes no sense. It's a terrible design.
Well, yes.
It's like a crazy person designed it.
You'd think.
Is that fresh urine?
The room description
it.
doesn't say what
Taste
it
it.
is.
See how fresh it is. Taste it.
So yeah, it is a those are dried stains.
Okay.
Taste it.
Sure. Are you going to? Are you
Larry,
choosing to?
taste it.
Are you choosing to taste it, Larry?
Do it, Larry. Do it.
Larry chooses not to taste it today.
Okay. Then then it is Dr. Trapper's turn.
To taste it.
Yes.
My turn? Okay.
Trapper, I tasted the last one. Your turn.
Okay, I taste whatever they want me to taste. See what happens.
All right. Roll your cool.
He's very cool.
Are you lying to me? I don't believe you tasted something last time.
His cool's 3. He's perfectly fine.
I mean, it's definitely disgusting, but it's not. You can't tell. You can't tell what it would be.
Okay. I have no idea where we're at. I was taking a break, so.
That's okay.
Bathroom break, so.
That's no. Well, I mean, do we need to? I mean, it's 10 o'clock my time, 11 Paul's time. Do we? I mean, does anybody want to what do we want to do? You want to do another 30 minutes? Do you want to do an hour?
At 30 minutes, 10:30 is about the most I could do.
10:30 sounds great. So we got 30. So we'll go 30 more minutes on this particular tour. Is there any other places on the second floor you would like to?
I want to go where the monsters are.
Let's just unveil the last black spots. There are like 3 more black spots. We can just kind of like spread out and see what's.
Okay. So Dr. Loomis will go through the door to the staircase that you came up. Does anybody want to come with him to see what's here? So yes. So you go with and you open this door, and it is a common bathroom for this floor.
Let's take a common bath.
We can do that.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So okay, so
Whoa,
who's
whoa,
getting?
whoa.
So Larry, you're getting in the bathtub.
Sure. Unless there's a woman in there who looks hot but not hot because she turns into a monster.
The bathroom is unoccupied.
Yeah, that's that there's ghosts.
So no, you're getting no readings, and you being in the bathtub does nothing but make you look foolish.
I look cool when I'm foolish.
Dr. Loomis says that we have seen everything in the second floor except the security areas that are typically staffed by a security person to look at, that have cameras in different rooms.
Let's go do that. Check out the cameras.
J and G.
Anything suspicious?
So you're wanting
Gene.
okay, you would be able to fit only one person in. I mean, those are narrow rooms, and only one of you could go in with Dr. Loomis at any given time. So
That's okay.
which of you is wanting to go into the room?
Larry's already in the one to the left.
Oh, I was going to
Let's
suggest
roll
Darius
initiative.
is in the one on the right. Roll initiative, yeah.
Just whatever. How about just go into Larry's room first and what's inside Larry's room?
Okay, that's fine. So hang on just a second.
Ooh, something is there.
There is something
I
there.
saw some weird hand.
Yes.
Well, that's okay. It's nothing to be scared of.
Oh, I'm scared already.
Oh, really? Oh,
No.
roll your cool then.
No, my cool is fine.
Are you scared, Larry? Do we need to do a diaper check?
It depends.
Nah, I see what you did there.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay, so that room with Larry and I apologize because where did I do Loomis? Okay, so Larry and Loomis are in that room, and it is a security room that has security cameras in it, or I mean not security cameras, the security monitors. Okay. And what you can see is there's 4 screens in that room. One of them, one of the screens is giving you a view of the of room K. All right. One of the screens is giving you a view of room C. Okay? One of the screens is giving you a view of Dr. Renwick's office on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
And the remaining screen is giving you a view of a room that none of you have been in, but looks to be what you would surmise is the immersion treatment room.
What floor is that room?
That's also, every room is on the 2nd floor except for the view of Dr. Renwick's office, and that's on the 3rd floor. So they're all rooms you have been in before.
Okay. We'll let Darius check his room.
So do you want to go? Does somebody want to go across and look at the other?
Darius is
yeah.
right there.
Darius is right there. So you can go in. And what's going to happen is, Larry, you'll come out and Loomis will come out to escort Darius in. Okay? And that the screens in that room, hang on just a second. Okay, so one screen is the group treatment room B, which is H on the 2nd floor. One screen has a room you have not seen before, but appears to be some sort of common room. The 3rd screen has a room you have not seen before that also appears to be a common room, and it has patients in it, several patients. And the remaining screen is the office that you met with Dr. Loomis in at the beginning of the adventure.
It's kind of weird that they have cameras in the offices.
It is weird. But remember that this is a security place, and they are going to have cameras pointed at in areas that they think are particularly sensitive or possible for security breaches.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I'm lost. I don't know where to go next.
Yeah, I think we have to wait till midnight.
Yeah.
Why don't we just?
Why don't we ask the orderly what floor those are on?
You want to ask? Oh, you want to ask the orderly what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay. He looks to Loomis, and Loomis nods his head, and the orderly points at one screen and says, "This is group treatment room B on this floor." The second screen is that's our staff common room on the 3rd floor. The 3rd screen is there's a common room with where you can see patients milling about on the 1st floor, and the last screen is the admitting office on the 1st floor.
I asked the question of the orderly.
Where are you?
I'm in the hallway, but I'd have to move there. But
Okay, so you're gonna lean in and just holler
Yeah.
in.
the one
Okay.
that had a picture of Dr. Renfield's room.
There is
Oh,
no
that
Renfield.
was okay. So you're leaning in to talk to the orderly in room D.
Right. I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
hey, did you see us when we were up in the doc's room earlier?
Yes, I did.
Is there anyone in that room before Dr. Loomis went in the room?
No, Dr. Renwick was in that room by himself. I don't see people go into Dr. Renwick's office except for Dr. Renwick or when one of us on staff wants to go meet with him.
Fine. I just thought I'd ask.
Sure. I'm very happy to help however I can. Do you want to? Dr. Loomis steps out and says, do you want to continue a tour in a different area of the facility?
Why don't we just finish off the third floor as quickly as we can and then go down to the first floor? Since we have the third floor mostly unveiled. Because we don't have that much time to play, so just finish off the map.
You want to, so you'd like to, so you're asking Dr. Loomis if you would like to return to the first floor? Or
no,
to
I'm
return to
saying
the third
just-
floor?
Asking the Ghostbusters that why don't we just like finish checking out the third floor? Hello?
Yeah, that makes sense. There's only a couple.
Let's do it.
Well, actually, we don't know how much is left of the third floor, but yeah.
As well keep searching. We're not getting anything on the meters, and we got time to waste before the ghosties start popping up.
Yeah, so I think we can just finish off the third floor map and then go down to the first floor
Okay.
and see what's in the east wing.
So then we are going to, I'll grab Dr. Loomis.
Just go to the third floor, look in the common room and everything else up
Okay,
there.
so we'll go down through here, through A, and up the staircase into this A. And so do you guys want to, well, here, I'm going to grab,
There's a couple
you guys-
doors.
yeah, you guys are all the way up into Dr. Renwick's office, and you don't need to be there. So,
He says we don't need to be there. That tells me
Well-
we need to be there.
well, you don't need to be there because that's not the staircase you came up. You came up the main staircase. So,
Okay, how about we open
are-
this door here? This door right here? Because that
you
area
can open
looks
that door.
dark and scary.
Scary? Oh, you want to roll your cool?
No, I don't.
Do it. Roll your cool.
Okay,
roll
so
it.
you open that door on the third floor, and hang on.
Okay, they got barrels of beer here.
They do. They do. No, they don't. What you're seeing is there is a desk in one corner and a workbench in the other. Areas have the appearance of heavy use. Both of the pieces of furniture here have been kind of cobbled together with pieces of broken other furniture and discarded planks of wood. And this is just a storage room. There are boxes, there are barrels, there are shelves, there are containers of supplies. It's basically a storeroom for a janitor. A storeroom that has been adapted roughly for use as a janitor's office. It is unoccupied.
Okay, let's just go to another room. How about just north of or east of H?
Yeah.
Okay, the door that Tori's next to?
I guess.
Does that go
Tori-
into the blackness?
Tori is next to a door. If
Okay,
you would
we
like
can't
to,
we can't see the door, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess that you
Yeah.
can't.
That's fine. Yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
just there. Just whatever is there. Let's see what's there.
Okay. So this is an office with 3 utilitarian desks. The desks are covered with paper, writing implements, other detritus. There's a rack in the corner that has several lab coats hanging on it.
Okay. So this is where
Okay,
they
let
do
me
their
just-
cruel experimentation.
Let's just
Oh.
go find the place between G
Okay,
and
sorry,
F.
I gotta open the door for Lorraine. She locked herself out.
Oh, okay.
Let's just see what's between G and F.
Yeah. Then there's the other
that is you'd have to go into the room
Yes.
to see. Are you wanting to go into room G? There's a door on the west or the east wall of room G.
Yeah.
What is this?
So that's just another storeroom.
Okay.
It's not
The
a
map
stairwell.
says that there is a secret door there, but ignore that. For these purposes, it is not secret.
Okay. So let's look at the north wall then, the north side of the corridor, and find out what's there.
So you're going all the way up to Dr. Renwick's door to check out the one that's on the
we
north
can
wall
start
there.
with like where Loomis is. Start where Loomis is, and then work our way east to the
Okay.
top.
Okay. So this door here, Dr. Loomis will open it and go in. Do you want to follow him in?
Sure. So this looks like the staff room that we saw on the monitors earlier, maybe?
That is, in fact, the staff common room that you saw on the monitor. This large room is well appointed, or what many would consider lavish.
Sorry.
The chairs, divans, and tables and desks that fill the room would be at home in a finer parlor. There's an enormous coffee table on the left with a ring of comfortable chairs around it. The chairs are all well worn, appear to see much use. Directly across from the door is an antique mahogany desk that has seen better days, marred with stains, scratches, and debris. And there is a door in the northeast corner of that room.
Let's see what's in that door then.
So you want to open it up?
Yeah. Storage room.
That is, in fact, a laboratory.
Oh.
Really? That's tiny.
A small room used for medical laboratory work.
Oh,
Is anybody
okay.
going to investigate this room?
Yes.
Any medical people here?
You've got the med kit, so you're the medical people.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
anybody. Depends on anybody with a modern. Luthien has a 5 brains. But anybody with I would say a reasonable brain roll could probably figure it out.
Yeah, I have a 4 brains. So it's just to do like blood tests and stuff like that, I assume.
I would. Well, are you going to investigate?
Sure, I'll investigate.
Go in.
Roll a 6-sided die.
Whoops.
2.
Okay. Roll the rest of your brains.
12 total.
Cool. You see that there are the equipment and supplies to run what appear to be medical laboratory tests. You can see that there is a cabinet that, when opened, would reveal items that don't look like scientific medicine needs. There are herbs, there are materials you can't identify that don't look like the kind of things that a medical doctor or scientist would necessarily use.
So if I try to compare this to maybe the items an ancient shaman might have used in, let's say, Stone Age Europe. Would I recognize anything?
I would say that with your archaeology knowledge and the brain roll you've already done, that you would say that this looks like the kind of thing that either an herbalist or some sort of somebody who um, would perform arcane rituals might use.
Okay. Can I add my
The
archaeology roll?
the ritualistic materials.
Okay. Okay, good enough. Let's. You guys want to go on? Look at something else.
Yes.
So just like look at the big black rectangle to the
Okay, so
top
you're
of
gonna
the screen.
you're gonna leave this room
Yes.
Yeah.
and you're gonna go all the way up to this door here.
Yes.
Okay, so Loomis is going to stop you there and say that this is the office and the living quarters of our administrator, um, whose name is Dr. Rose, and she is off site, and so I don't have that. It is her private office and her private residence, and I don't have a key to get in to that area. But she's gone, and the truth is that in my experience, she I think she left because she knows that that problems might be happening. I mean, she was here 15 years ago, and she knows what happened 15 years ago. She is aware of my concerns as I had voiced them, and she said that I could contact your office for any support and assistance, and she has left the state.
Oh,
Okay, that sounds like permission to pick or lock.
Pick or lock. Yes.
Who's got the highest brains? Pick the lock.
I can't be a party to that.
Well, you just
And
go stand over there.
you are going to break in to her office. I am going to excuse myself.
Now, you were not breaking in. We're just going to accidentally pick the lock. You go stand over there and look the other
oh,
way.
it's not even locked.
Well, we'll assume that it's not locked.
Well, I mean, you can assume that it's not locked. Are you going to check the door?
Sure. Is it locked?
It's locked.
Okay.
Who has lock picking? Any of you guys?
Nobody's got lock picking, but
I got engineering. Is it a digital lock?
Luthion's got engineering. Yeah. Engineering isn't just digital, and she's got the highest brains.
Loomis is going to insist that you not breach the quarters of the administrator, Dr. Rose.
Okay. He
Not,
can stand
not
over
at his
there.
presence.
He
So
can
I'll
stand
say
over there.
to Loomis, I'm sure that they won't. Why don't you and I continue the tour on the first floor?
Okay, Luthian, can you pick it?
I can roll.
Girl too.
I don't want you to roll. I want you to pick it. What's Trevor's
We
brains?
will roll a 6-sided dice for what?
Your brains. You've got awesome brains.
Brain. Okay.
Dr. Loomis has left and gone into Dr. Renwick's office.
Okay, that's a good
Okay.
place. He can go in the murder hole.
Okay. Roll my brain, see if I can do it.
Oops.
Just from a YouTube video.
There are
Are you going to
videos.
watch the YouTube video, or is this a YouTube video that you watched at one point in the past and probably forgot?
That. I did watch a YouTube video and I did forget.
You could just get your cell phone right now and look.
5.
16.
You rolled a 16.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's the worst.
you found a YouTube video that is likely going to be the most helpful to you. That is 16 minutes long.
Okay.
We'll
You going
watch
to- you
it
going
and
to watch
follow
it?
exactly.
Perfect. So, 5 minutes into the video, you hear coming up the stairs.
I am down by the stairs by A, and I want to try to intercept anyone. If Renfield comes back, I want to chat him
He's
up.
there.
Renfield's not back. Hang on just a
But
second.
just like anyone coming, I'm just gonna kind of like intercept them at the stairs and chat them up.
We're probably
Get
on
a phone
camera.
with security guys.
You know, talk about sandwiches.
Yeah. Maybe it's a girl security office. A woman.
Well, it's a boy, I can do that too.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's equal opportunity charm. So,
True.
hang on just a second. I'm sorry, I wasn't anticipating this. Clearly.
What, us breaking an entry?
Well, I mean, not
We're
into that.
Ghostbusters. We're Ghostbusters. We're busting
Yes.
in. Come on.
You're lucky we're not shooting the door with a proton pack.
That's
Well,
our
I
next
mean,
move.
I guess
Let's cross
that's
the
true.
streams.
So. Okay,
Cross
so
the streams.
2 orderlies and a third person come up the stairs and greet Darius, and he says, I'm Chief Orderly Payne, and we've been notified by Dr. Loomis that you are attempting to break into the administration office, and I am going to insist that you stop your activities on the 3rd floor, and walks past you.
So I say, Mr. Payne, let me introduce myself. Darius Park. I give him a wink. And so he
Roll
says,
a
"You're an
two-sided
orderly
die.
here."
They're going way too fast.
Clear your dice tray and roll a 6.
5. Can I roll the rest of my seduce?
Yes.
Yes.
I got a 30.
Okay. There's 2 other people, so you need to roll for each of those.
Well, they have to. They're going to follow
They would
whatever Payne says
stop-
anyway.
Yeah. As long as I can delay Payne and he's the chief, then the others are not going to rush past him.
Roll for the other 2 orderlies, please.
Okay. All right, this one is a 1. And I got a 16 on this guy.
Okay. And what about the other one?
I got 39 on that one.
Yeah, he wants
Oh,
to
he's
marry
in
you.
love with you.
Okay, so Payne and the other 2 orderlies are going to walk down the hall, and Payne's going to get to the door and say, I understand that this is something that you need to do for your investigations. I would ask that you please clear with me anything that Dr. Loomis is not going to help you with, and he uses his keys and unlocks the door.
Ah!
All right.
Okay.
Darius, you better stop that
Ayo.
guy.
Ayo.
So so the door is unlocked. They are not going in.
Let's go in.
Okay, so you guys are in?
I'm hanging out in the hallway chatting with Payne and the orderlies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay.
I'm going in.
We're searching for secret doors, passageways, and stuff.
Okay. Well, there's no.
And $3
as,
million
as you
in
go
gold.
in, as you as you go in, there is a hang on just a sec.
Looking.
Trying to figure this out. As you go in, there is a door to the left as you walk in to what is clearly the office part of Administrator Rose's quarters. Do you want to open this door?
Yes.
Okay, so you can open that door, and you can see that this is the living quarters
Yeah.
that she occupies, and there is a with a table and bedroom and chair, that kind of thing. There's also another door inside the living quarters.
The bathroom.
Yes. It's not marked as the bathroom, but it's her bathroom.
That is a terrible design for a bathroom.
Well, here's the thing. The way this was originally set up was a staircase that is the only entrance to the
Hell.
security place where all the TVs
Right,
are.
right.
But I didn't want it to be that. So.
Okay. So what you're telling us is her living quarters was originally designed with no bathroom.
Yes.
That's
Ensuite.
That's
So-
an awful design.
It is. It feels like to me that it's an awful design. So basically, the room is spotlessly clean. Every book, paper, knickknack item is meticulously placed. There's a bookcase that runs along the southern wall, wrapping around the corner, continuing along the western wall. Northwestern corners dominated by a couch facing a prominently displayed desk. It's large enough to sit four. The focal point of the room is a simple desk of unmistakably high quality. A chair is placed in front of it, and behind the desk is another chair. As far as the personal quarters, it's much the same as her office, clean, sparse, and orderly. Her bed, bookshelves, and writing desk are all matching teak wood and lack ornamentation. There's a measured and systematic aspect to the hard lines and angles in the room.
Right.
There are two fine rugs, one near the bed and another in the reading nook. The only personal touch is a vanity in the southwest corner of the room.
I'm gonna hack her computer and check her emails.
Okay.
Got electronics.
Roll. Which
Oh yeah, he
roll your
changed
brain.
his.
Darius and Lorraine, ace your dice tray.
2, and I forgot how many. 7, I think.
So your total dice roll is what?
7.
Uh,
I got 23 total.
a 23 in brains.
Yeah,
You're-
but for electronics.
He's got
You're
electronics. Can he use his electronic skill?
Yeah, I'll let it. I mean, technically, I think it's more, like if you were going to build a computer rather than crack it, I think you'd need a different kind of skill, but I'll allow it.
Is there computer skill?
Well, I mean, an electrician or somebody who can build a computer doesn't necessarily know how to get around firewalls and things. It feels like two different kinds of skills. But I'll let it go. I mean, it's email. You definitely are violating HIPAA laws in 18 different ways, with emails regarding patients and policy and the imminent closure of the facility.
Any reason why she left?
You don't see any indication of. I think that you could probably trust Dr. Loomis, that it was one of those. I'm going to come up with an excuse to be gone.
Okay. Okay. I'm good.
So it is 10:30 our time, and you have revealed the complete third floor and second floor. I think we'll call it a night.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too.
Stop. Well, that has been Welcome to Smith's Grove, a very exciting and educational episode of our Ghostbusters Really Really International campaign. I hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Live, trance, and prosper. Bye-bye.